Hello everybody. Thank you for clicking on this video. This video is going to be a little bit different, okay? I do not have a specific book to review, okay? I think a while back I had mentioned that I would kind of give you bonus reviews in the form of relaying what I had written about a book on my personal Facebook page over the years. And I think in a few videos I have given those a bonus reviews. However, I have noticed that I am forgetting to put those in there. And so I thought it would be interesting just to kind of go down the list of Facebook memories about books that I have commented on in the past, and just kind of do a video with several of those, so that you can kind of just gotta go through, listen to what I've said about them. Now keep in mind, these have been over the years, so I do not remember specifics about these books, okay? I am just going to literally give you the blurb that I wrote on Facebook about the book, but this is kind of the way that I can condense it into one video, and you can kind of go from there and decide what you want to put on your to-be read list if it piques your interest. And so that's what this video is pretty much going to be. Here goes. And just in case I may have already put one in a video, just it's in here, okay? just charge it, okay? Yes, this is what I'm doing so I can reach my 100 videos before the end of the year. So you caught me, okay? This is hey, look, I'm trying to get that 100 from before the new year rolls around, okay? And this was the bright idea that I had, and we're gonna go with it, okay? So the first one is from 10 years ago, and I posted it on August 13th of 2012, okay? And this book is called Single Husbands by Honeybee. And I wrote, men that are married but continue to sleep around like they single, and the females that gap it open for the females. Okay. So as I'm reading this, I'm laughing because I'm like, ooh, I must have been feeling some type of way about this book. So it says, men that are married but continue to sleep around like they single, and the females that gap it open, or the female that cheats on their spouse. There is a bunch of fuckery going on in this book on more than one level. Excellent read. Next. I guess I should say there have been periods in my life where I have cussed like a sailor, okay? So this is not unusual for a cuss word to be included in a post of mine. But I have been very conscious to not cuss in my book reviews. But I am staying true in this book review to what I have written in the past. So I guess I should put my own warning that there may be cursing that occurs as I read these previous Facebook posts. So, obviously, this Single Husbands by Honeybee had a whole lot of cheating shenanigans going on, apparently. And I must have been feeling some way about it at the time. And that's all I can say about that one, okay? Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Oh! Okay, you know what? I just did a book review on this book. And in that book review, and as I was reading the book, I kept thinking, I've read this before. I've read this before. I think I've read this before. And here is the proof that I have read this before, okay? So, the book is called, well, let me back up. This was 9 years ago. So I read this book 9 years ago. And then I read it again within the last 30 days. See, this is why, this is just another reason why I needed to do these book reviews, because it needs to be my own personal literary Rolodex so that I won't reread books. So, okay, it was 9 years ago, and it was August 14th, 2013, and the book is called Napoli in Bloom by Trisha R. Thomas. So, yes, I have read that book previously, apparently. And what I wrote was, drama keeps you wanting to find out the outcome of messy situations. Keep your penis and sticky fingers to yourself. Great read. Next. Okay, so... okay, I get the connection of keep your penis to yourself. Oh, the money must have been the sticky fingers. Okay. Well. Okay, so, yeah, apparently I read that book before. Well, now we know for sure that I have read it before. And I read it again. Okay, so this one is, okay, it was back in on August 30th, 2012. And this book is called The Woman in the Row Behind by Frances Dorner? Frances Dorner? And I will say, on Facebook it's really easy to make typos. So, I do believe it's supposed to be Frances Dorner. Okay, and so I wrote, a wife changes with hopes of her husband noticing her again. Ooh. An attempt to bring the spice and passion to the relationship. Will he notice, find pleasure, an excitement, or resent her? Short but good. Next. Oh, I don't really remember this one. It seems like the wife is doing something strange to get her husband to notice her. Huh. I wonder if he did. Men can be oblivious, okay? I don't know about that one. Okay, so another one was 12 years ago. And it was posted on August 30th, 2010. And if you have not heard of this author, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, she's a hot and steamy author. Okay. The Hot Box by Zane. I'm sure people have heard of Zane. She has been around for quite a while, and she definitely writes the steamy, lustful books. I know recently there was this TikTok video where actually the lady was talking about a book that I just read that I'll have a review for in like a couple days. But she was saying that women can really get away with basically reading pornographic material and no one would be the wiser, okay? No one would. I mean, we're reading a book. You wouldn't think that it's like pornographic material. But Zane definitely provides a level of that in her books. I think she is definitely known in that category, okay? And, well, what I wrote was, if any of y'all have read a Zane book, well, you know the deal. I read the book in one day, if that tells you anything. As always, Zane comes through on the grown and sexy. However, if you read carefully, there are some underlying issues that are brought up. Great book and highly recommended. On to the next one. So like I said, Zane is pretty true to that genre and will definitely bring the hot and steamy to your door, okay? Alright, let's see what else I got here. Okay, this was from 12 years ago, September the 6th, 2010. Okay, and it's a memoir. A memoir, Keep the Faith, by Faith Evans with Aaliyah S. King. Okay, and so I wrote, this book has drama and insight to the music business. Glad this book didn't follow the template of other books by giving too much detail about her life. It gave enough to be juicy and paint a picture of how things occurred. I say good read. On to the next one. I don't really remember too much detail about this book. Obviously, it's about Faith Evans, and I am assuming her life in bits and pieces that she cared to share. I'm assuming it was probably around the earlier years of her career and probably after all the Biggie stuff. Now, what I do want to know, I want her to write a book since she's been involved with Stevie. Stevie J. Okay, I I'm not trying to be messy, but we don't know how Stevie is on the reality show. I want to know if he is really that grimy in real life. Like, I would not have in a million years pictured Faith Evans with Stevie J. Like, I wouldn't have thunk it. I wouldn't even thought it was possible, okay? I don't know. In my mind, I think Faith is too classy of a lady to even be wrapped up in the Stevie J shenanigans. I would have thought there would have been so many other people to choose from. I don't know what possessed her to get with Stevie J. I mean, I don't know. But I would definitely be very interested in reading another memoir for that period of her life. Because, yeah, I mean, the baby mamas and that whole situation, I bet is just messy. So Faith, go ahead and do a follow-up memoir. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so let's go for another one. Okay, so this was also 10 years ago. September the 7th, 2012. And this book is called Rules for a Pretty Woman by Suzette Francis. And I wrote Lessons in Life and Relationships, a woman's journey to find what makes her world better to live. Has some words to live by. Good read. Next. And I have no idea what that book's about, other than what I just read. I don't remember it. Alright, so let's go to the next one. And so I kind of saved, I saved these on a spot because my intention was to, add them, to the book reviews. And so I kind of, when I came across them, I saved them to a specific spot. And so I'm kind of just scrolling down now. Now I have to go back and find out where I was. Okay. I must have been in a Zane phase. I must have been in the Zane phase. Okay, so this was 12 years ago. And it was posted on September 9th, 2010. And the book is called Total Eclipse of the Heart by Zane. And what I wrote was, true to form, the intro is grown and sexy. That's what it was supposed to say. I was like, man, on page 1. There was no time wasted. The book touched on various subjects that one should think about when trying to find a mate. There were some twists, turns, and say what? An interesting story of people in the pursuit to obtain real unconditional love. Good read as always. On to the next one. Like I said, Zane is for the grown and sexy, okay? So, seems like she was on the same path with this book. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So this one was 5 years ago. And it was posted on September the 15th, 2017. And the book is called The Little Way of Ruthie Lemming, a Southern Girl, a Small Town, and the Secret of a Good Life. And what I wrote was, I cried like every chapter. This is a true story of Ruthie's journey and the way she lived her life, affecting so many in a positive way. The journey of this family and their faith in God and love for their community is inspiring. We all have a walk in life, faith, and death. It's how you endure that counts. Have your tissues handy, you'll need it. Highly recommended. Next! Evidently at the time it had an impact. Do I remember it? No. I know this is shameful, but I don't remember. I don't remember. But it seems like it was a very impactful story at the time. Yeah, don't remember it though. It's not coming to the forefront of my brain at this time. Okay. Well, let's see, what else do we have here? I have okay, this was 9 years ago, September 15th, 2013. Oh, okay. Living Life Beautifully Human by Camille LaFleur. Okay, and so I wrote, awesome read, the right combination of love, life, and drama. Highly recommended. Now, can we get an update on the Bronze Babes? Okay, so this is a book from someone, I know the author. And oh, I don't think she has wrote a follow-up book, at least not to my knowledge. And I don't know, I might reach out to her and see whether or not that might be in the works. I don't think so, but I do remember that it was a really good book. And I was trying to figure out who the people were in the book, because I think, you know how authors, they be like, oh, events and places and times and things are just a coincidence, and I'm like, yeah, we know you talking about somebody. And I was trying to figure out who the people were in real life. I don't know, I have my suspicions, but I don't know. But yeah, I might reach out to her and see whether or not there's another book in the works. Yeah. So, okay, so this was from 10 years ago, September 15th, 2012. And this book is called So You Call Yourself a Man by Carl Weber. And what I wrote was, talk about drama and craziness. Lust can bring down a whole set of problems you didn't take into consideration before doing the do. Dipping into the pond of craziness. Next! Now, I'm sure a good portion of you have heard of Carl Weber. He's a pretty well-known author, and he does have some drama, craziness type scenarios in his books. So that would be on par for his literary repertoire. And let's see what else we got here. Okay, so this was from 10 years ago. It was September 16th, 2012. Man, I was really reading in September, wasn't I? Dang. This one is called Say You're One of Them by UWEM Akpan, AKPAN. And I know I probably botched the pronunciation, but we know how I am. What I wrote about this was 3 powerful, shocking, and thought-provoking stories. Stories of what these families endured. A glimpse of one short moment in time made me even more thankful for my life. Next! Aww, that must have been some impactful stories at that time. I don't remember. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Whoa! Okay, so God, this is again 8 years ago in September 20th, 2014. Goodness, September was a hot reading month, wasn't it? Jeez. Okay, so this book is called 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. And what I wrote was, okay, I read this to see what all the hype was about. I love the storyline, and the sex aspect wasn't a shock factor. Let's face it, we all come with baggage and wounds of the past, relationships, or upbringing. Another fact, we all are sexual beings, and the everyday sex can be boring at times, so spice it up. Oh my God, did I say that? I may read the other 2 books just to see what happens to Mr. Grey. Great read though. Next! Man. Sometimes I do shock myself about what I say on the internet. But I think a good portion of the population has heard of the 50 Shades of Grey. Okay, that was like a hot topic for quite a while. The women were loving it, and the men were just like, "What the heck?" But they made movies about it, so the books got turned into movies, which I am sure a good portion of us watched. Now, what I will say is, just thinking back, I think the book was just a tad bit more steamier than the movies that were made. Which is not, uncommon. Most books are usually better than the movies or TV shows made about them, But just recalling this particular book, I think it was quite steamy. And yeah, they had some baggage, and they had some issues, and they definitely upped the spice factor, and probably got some people to think about doing something strange. Doing something strange for a change. Okay, let's just keep moving. Okay, and what's up next? Okay, so this was 12 years ago, September 21st, 2010. Gosh. And the book is called Getting Hers by Donna Hill. And what I wrote was, good read when in the 3rd chapter you realize you've read the book before, but continue reading anyway. See, another good reason to do these reviews. So I will repeat reading these books. About three females wanting retribution. Be careful of what you want. You just might get it, and it may not feel as great as you thought it would. Check it out. On to the next one. Okay, I think Donna Hill is another popular author. I don't remember this book in particular, but I do believe Donna Hill is another popular author. So you may have read this already, because obviously it was a long time ago. Let's see. Another one is from 8 years ago. Again, in September 24th, 2014. And this book is called Better Than I Know Myself by Virginia DeBerry. And it's DeBerry. And Donna Grant. And what I wrote was, these three females come from different backgrounds and from a friendship that's lasting. A testimony that family isn't always in the form of blood relatives. A bond of friendship can endure time, life changes, and even outside interference. An example that we are our sister's keeper. About more than halfway through this book, I realized I had read it already. I realized I had read it. I had already read it. Oh, wow. Okay. I really need to keep better track. Still a good read. Next. See? See what I'm saying? Wow. Okay. Okay, so this was 8 years ago. September 24th, 2014. The book is called Erotic City by Pink. Okay. I wrote, well, the name says it all. Story about an erotic sex club where people act out their sexual desires. It was interesting to say the least. Honestly, I wonder if a place like this exists. Probably a little baby mama and relationship conflicts thrown into the mix. Good read. Next. Huh. Oh, what was happening in September? Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say about this one. I guess the name says it all. So, it says it all. Yeah. Next. Okay, so this one I know I have done a review on, because quite frankly it is the #1 most viewed review that I have done. Okay, it's the highest. It has gotten the highest views. So I don't know who's really liking this. And I did this Facebook post September 24th, 2014. I don't know what is up with this September. And it's starting to seem like that same day, which I don't know how that could be, but whatever. It's Murderville 1, 2, and 3 by Ashley and Jaquavius. And I wrote, this is a dynamic duo writing couple. Their flow is flawless. The twists and turns to their stories collide effortlessly. The narrator, Kerry Height, is a beast. He brings the characters to life and puts some extra on it so you can feel it. A mean tale of the world of corruption, greed, loyalty, loss, self-preservation, strength, and even love. I am hooked on these authors. Great read. Next. Now let me say this. Ashley and Jaquavius, they have this whole Murderville series, okay? And if you have not read it, get into it, okay? Because I seriously want this to be made into a TV series. Like, it is that good. I want it to be made into a TV series. But if it can't be, these books are like urban fiction gold, okay? They're wonderful. I can't. Whenever somebody asks me for a book suggestion, this is one of the books that automatically pops into my head. Like, if you like if you like Power, you're gonna love this. Like, love it. And I'm not gonna give a spoiler because I can't remember which book it was. One of the books, you're gonna read the whole dang book, and then you're gonna realize it was all a dream. Like, the whole book was a dream. Like, and at the end you're like, are you serious? Like, I mean, you're gonna be into it. You're gonna be sucked into this world and this the Carter family, and you're just gonna be sucked in. And when I say sucked in, I mean you're gonna be fiending for the next book in the series. Okay, so. Whoa, but yes, there is murder, there is love, there is greed, corruption. I mean, it's their writing style is just top notch. And when I say top notch, it's top notch. And I watched a online interview they had years ago. They did an interview. And if I recall correctly, it was like they would write a section and the other person would write a section, and somehow it just kind of like meshed. Like, one would write, and I hope I'm saying this correctly, like one would write the female perspective and one would write the male perspective, and it just kind of just like, it was like, ugh, like, tight, like. And there were a couple, I don't know though, the last book, which I do believe I did a review on, it had been a minute, and it's kind of like the children of the original characters were now in play. I don't know if it was just getting kind of back into the story, but the kids didn't have as much oomph as the parents did. I mean, they didn't have as much gangsta and bout it like the parents did. Like somehow they got a little soft. So I don't know if they're gonna, get to the level of what their parents were. I mean, I think it was, if I remember correctly, it's kind of like the children of the original characters kind of weren't so much about that life, but now they kind of got thrown back into that life, and they think they are, about it like their parents. And it'll be interesting to see if they really are or not. Yeah, we'll see. I do believe I did a review about them. and I think it was Long Live the Cartel was the video that I did, and that review got 1,021 views. Wow. So yeah, I don't know who reviewed it that many times, but that's what the dashboard says for that book review. So I personally want to thank the authors, because absolutely none of my other book reviews have come close to as many views as this one book review. So Ashley and Jaquavius, thank you so much. Alright, so the next one, there's got to be, I'm starting to not believe these dates, because this one is September 25th, 2010. And it's the book called Practice What You Preach by Vanessa Davis Griggs. And what I wrote was, wow, another wonderfully written book by this author. Enlightening, made me ponder on some things. Okay, wonderful message, and I take that for an ending. Not real sure what that meant. Might be a typo. Also, the author of Strongholds, which I read and posted earlier this year. Both are highly recommended books. Next! So, I guess it was a very enlightening book. Practice What You Preach. Oh, okay. Wonderful message, and they take that for an ending. Okay, now that makes more sense. I don't remember what that was about. Okay. I'll take my word for it. Okay, and so let's see a couple more. Let's see. And this one is September 26, 2012. And the book is called The Price of Forever by Joel McIver, McIver. And I wrote, wish there were more men of this caliber in the world. This story will bring a ray of emotions. Made me cry. Good read. Next! Yeah, I really don't. I don't remember what it was about. I don't remember. But apparently it was good. I mean, the man in the story must have been wonderful. What he did, I don't know. Let's see. This one, September 27th, 2018. The book is called Flirt. And I didn't write who was by. Okay, I just tried to do a search. And I'm not real sure who the author is. I'm not real sure. I'm not real sure who the author is. Sorry. Because there are several books called The Flirt. I tried to look it up, and it was just giving me so much that I really don't know. But what I wrote was, crazy, goes to show, ask questions, do some digging of your own. Everyone puts their best foot forward when getting to know someone. Nobody starts off like, hi, I'm batshit crazy. Will you go out with me? And stop playing with people, using them and thinking it won't come back on you. It will. But all in all, good read. Next! So I did another quick search because that was just annoying me that I couldn't tell you who the author was. I do believe the book I am referring to for this post was Flirt by Tracy Brown, Quan, and Angel Mitchell. Okay, so because from what I'm looking at, it was written in 2017. So that probably would have been on par for the book around that time. So so it was written by Tracy Brown, Quan, and that is spelled K''WAN, and then Angel Mitchell. So it must have been a compilation or something. But yeah, that was that one. And so I am going to leave you with those because I've been on here long enough. So I will try to do another one of these and just do a one video with multiple Facebook memory reviews for you. Because remembering to do them when I'm doing the other reviews has been pretty hit and miss. So we're just going to do it like this. Okay, so you'll just get one of these randomly every now and then. So those are some books that you could possibly put on your to-be read list if you wish. I am happy that you are still watching these book reviews. Thank you so much. And so until next time, keep turning the pages, my book lovers.